2019 all-mountain freeride boards in our line. I'm going to cover a bunch of them now, but you know, this has always been a cornerstone of the Roam line. We've always had freeride oriented boards in our line, even back in the early days when freeride was definitely not where boards were selling. It was always more freestyle oriented, but we always had freeride boards in the line because we believe that's a huge part of snowboarding. And you know, 10 years into it, it really became a #1 selling category, I believe, at retail in many regions. And so, again, we've always had boards in the line, but we've refined them quite a bit over the years. And I think the Blur that we introduced 2 seasons ago, 2 seasons or 3 seasons ago, really took the industry by storm. I mean, this board, when people got on it, they're like, oh, it's interesting tail and interesting nose, and what does it do? People coming back to the demos were blown away by it. And even to this day, I have been testing a bunch of different boards, but I have got a friend at Stowe who rides this board pretty regularly and just keeps reminding me how much fun it is, and I need to get back on it, even though I know exactly what it does. I'm often like, God, I wish I was on my Blur. So a few key technologies in this board, the Fusion camera line, I've covered it before, but I'll cover it again. That is when your board is laying on a flat surface, it appears to have a traditional full stay positive camera line from contact point to contact point, but in fact, about 10-15 centimeters back, there's an inflection point. So it's between the feet, it's positive camber, and then there's an inflection point where it starts to recurve, but unloaded, the board still has contact points out here. When you press out the board, those contact points roll back. And as I mentioned before, the reason that's important is that this zone remains preloaded rather than just bouncing above the snow like a traditional rocker. That's one key aspect of it. The other is the dual full arc carbon turbo rods in this board. There are carbon tubes that are running from this, they're surfacing up through here in the contact point, running all the way down through the center of the board, following the side cut generally. And what this does is this really allows this board to have a relatively soft feeling longitudinal flex. So from tip to tail, it feels relatively soft. But these rods tie the board together torsionally so that it actually performs much stiffer than it feels. So it initiates really nice like a softer flexing board, but it holds an edge like a stiffer board. So it's kind of like, in conjunction with the Fusion camber, it's a really easy to ride board that you can push really, really hard. So for 2019, we've really fleshed out the entire series with the addition of a 149 and a 153 shorter length in the Blur, and also a 164 wide series board. We've had a lot of requests for bigger footed riders who want to get on this board, but the relatively narrow waist width of the existing boards was just too narrow for bigger footed riders. So we've really fleshed out the entire series. This has a really nice blend of 45 and 090 glass in it that allows for a nice torsional rigidity but a lot of playful pop. And again, in conjunction with the Fusion and the dual arc turbo rods, this board is an incredible amount of fun for slashing, groomers, riding powder. It's an incredibly versatile board, very quick edge to edge. The 2019 Blur series.